I love the smell of hot hatches in the morning. It smells like performance. Good morning. You join me in Goodwood, where I'm at for breakfast club meet, and today's theme is hot hatches, which is rather exciting. Apologies if I sound a little bit hoarse or a bit croaky. I've actually got quite a sore throat, and I must admit I'm a bit worse for wear. Now, the reason why I'm filming in the car park is because this isn't the main event, but it could quite easily be that there are some fantastic cars here. So I'm just going to turn the camera around, and then I'll be able to show you some very nice cars. And this is just the car park. It's all a bit mental, if truth be told. This is my car here, obviously. Now over here, we've got this rather fantastic skyline. Let me just make sure I'm not going to get hit by anything. Look at that. Sort of a satin aqua kind of colour. Now on camera it looks a deeper blue than it is, but in real life it's more like a teal sort of aqua colour. That's absolutely fantastic. What else have we got? Got a big old Bentley pulling off over there in the distance. There we are. Let's move back over here. Oh my goddamn throat. Oh, there's Morgan over there. Let's have a quick look at that. For the classic car fans. That's quite nice. Then you've got two very nice Porsches over here. That's a lovely purple, by the way. Absolutely loving that. Little cheeky MX-5. I'm a big fan of MX-5. Just look at the wheels and just look at that caliper. That's absolutely massive. Now over there, in the distance, I won't be able to zoom in because I'm using my smartphone and the zoom is pretty poor, but over there's a McLaren as well, and another Porsche GTR, very nice indeed. Right, so I'm going to make my way into the main event. Ooh, Golf R, I'm getting distracted. I'm going to make my way into the main event because this isn't the main event, this is just literally the car park, and there's so many brilliant cars here. I'd love to be able to show you around all of them, but I just don't think I've got the time or the voice capacity to do so. Oh, actually, there are some cars leaving. I've turned up quite late, by the way. Started at 7 AM and the time now is 10:14. Oh, look at that, Gallardo. Just listen to that bellow. This is the sort of car you think of when you think hot hatch. The Peugeot 205 GTI. What a legend this car is. I actually had the good fortune of driving one of these earlier this year, and that was a drive I will never ever forget, especially when I got a little bit overconfident on one of the corners and I felt the back end go, which was interesting, fun and kind of scary at the same time, but nonetheless absolutely fantastic. Just looks really nice, really tidy example. I've got a lot of time for the 205 GTI. Just look how spotless those rims are. Just absolutely spotless. It's just like it's come up the factory. Really, really impressive. Now I feel kind of guilty for coming today because Sean Loader from the Gravesend MG Owners Club, who you may remember from one of my other videos, he invited me down to a town called Staplefield today to watch the Veteran London to Brighton run. And I said to him, well, I don't quite fancy it because I don't fancy getting up early. Because I've had a few early starts, I'm just fancied a bit of lining, if truth be told. But I found out about this event last night and I thought, I sort of have to go to it because I just simply love hot hatches. So, as I mentioned earlier, I've got here late, but there's still some fantastic cars. So for example, let me just turn this around. Just look at that, absolutely wonderful. So I do feel a little bit guilty because I was hoping to go and meet Sean and a few of the guys from the Gravesend MG Owners Club, but this just seemed like too good an opportunity to pass up. So yeah, so thankfully I didn't have to get up too early, but I'm going to have a look around and see what's here. Is that a Ford Focus RS I spot? I think it may be. Let's have a look. Here we have it, Ford Focus RS, and it looks absolutely wonderful in this light. So just walk across me, guys, no problem. Now, it might not show up on camera, but this has got a really glittery paintwork to it. It just sparkles, absolutely sparkles. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, I like this blue anyway, although it could be a little bit darker in my opinion, but it looks absolutely fantastic. And the black alloy wheels, look, let's have a look at these. These are simply wonderful. They just look so good. Let's have a look around at the back. It's got the RS logo there. Just get the focus. Now you can't see it in the sunlight, I'm afraid, but it has got the RS logo on the spoiler. And at the back, absolutely huge exhausts like on the previous RS model. They're almost like bins. They're that big. Looks absolutely wonderful. I've got a lot of time for the Ford Focus RS. I'm yet to drive one. There we go. There's the logo. I'm yet to drive a Ford Focus RS, but I really hope I get the opportunity soon. So if you happen to have a Ford Focus RS, you know, just lying about, not doing much, you know, just kicking its heels, give me a shout. I'd love to drive it. And next to this, we've got the AMG A45. This will set you back about around £40,000, give or take. So it's certainly not the cheapest hot hatch going. Is that a carbon wing? No, it looks carbon, but it isn't. That looks pretty good. Does look good in white. Again, this has got black. I can't talk today. This has got black alloy wheels as well with the red calipers. That looks really nice. Got plenty of AMG badges as well, to let you know it's something a little bit special. Well, I say a little bit special, very special. And because it's AMG, you can almost guarantee it will make a wonderful noise, lots of cracks and bangs from the exhaust pipe. And yes, two very nice hot hatches, sort of slightly different hot hatches. Obviously for Mercedes is more premium, whereas this is more sort of, I was going to say working class hero, although this is getting on for about 30 grand, a bit more than 30 grand, but even so, Ford has a history of just making fantastic, well, everyday heroes really. Just sort of cars which are, you know, good value, good fun, and able to put a smile on your face. That is an Audi R8. I think that's the Plus model as well. That makes a nice racket. Another Audi behind. Actually, there's quite a few Audis coming through. Let me sort of get a little bit closer to the action. It's got tan leather in there, I'm not too sure about that. Tan leather on a red car, not too sure. I think you heard me say that as well, never mind. Makes good noise though, I cannot deny that. S3, looks pretty nice in that blue. It's really nice blue as well. And that's the Audis. And here we have the original Ford Focus RS rolling through. That still looks really nice. I really like that design of the Ford Focus, the original shape. Even to this day, I still think it looks pretty good. Then behind it, you've got the Lupo GTI. Now here we go, the daddy, the Volkswagen Golf GTI. Look at that.
That's the twin, Bill. That's a twin cam Lotus.
Let's have a look around this. This is the Mark II model. It does look really good. Now, I've never driven one of the older Golf GTIs. As you come to think of it, have I driven one of the newer GTIs? I don't think I have. So I'd love to have a go in it. As I mentioned earlier, I've had a go in the 205 GTI, but I've not driven its main competitor, the Golf GTI, as of yet. Oh yes, look at this. Oh, not very often you see these, especially in such good condition. Lancia Delta Integrale, one of the true legends of rallying, and a fantastic hot hatch. Absolutely wonderful. And it looks really good in white, especially with the racing livery down the side. White alloy wheels. That does it rather good. I just love this shape, the way how it comes out. And it just sort of comes out here over the wheel arch. That looks good. Big exhaust pipe on the back as well. Very nice indeed. Just keeps going. There's just so many hot hatches here. It's absolutely fantastic. I could actually stay here all day. Now a few cars have already left because, as I mentioned earlier, I turned up rather late. Oh, look at that. I'm pretty sure I've seen that car before. Is that the new ST? The ST2? Yes, it is. You can tell by the black alloys. That is the limited edition Fiesta ST, the ST200. Lucky sod. Another RS, this time in white. I'm still not too sure what to make of it in white, if truth be told. I much prefer it in blue, but the black alloy wheels make up for it. Quite recently I've actually become a big fan of white cars with black alloys. I think it's ever since I tested that Vitara S. Just looks really good. It's just so much here, so much. Now what's this over here? It's got quite a big crowd around it. Can I get round? Wow, look at that. MG Metro rally car. That is quite something. What have we got around here? Now this is a rather interesting colour. It's another it's another A45 AMG, but it's kind of in this sort of camouflage green sort of colour. You know what, actually? It's not too dissimilar from the green Hell Magno colour on the new GTR. Oh, almost dropped the camera then. It's a bit darker than the green Hell Magno, but it's not a million miles away. Now this is a rare car. This is the Ford Fiesta ST500, and it's been tuned by a Mount Tune. That is a serious piece of kit. That looks absolutely fantastic. Type R, got a lot of time for Type R. A car that I'd love to drive. I'd love to experience that VTEC engine just literally whining away as it climbs through all those revs. I think it revs up to something stupid, about 7,500, 8,000 revs, I think. Might even be more than that, you know. John Cooper Works. Fast Fords, the Escort and the Sierra RS500 Cosworth, both looking absolutely fantastic. It looks really good in white, it really does. Just look at that. And the vents of a bonnet, looks very tasteful indeed. Another RS, this time in a sort of gunmetal grey sort of colour, and again it's got those, it's really sparkly. There we are, look at that, that's really nice. Not too sure on the grey, in all honesty. I don't know, it just looks a bit too subtle. Don't know, is that mad for me to say? So I think it looks best in blue. I thought it would look quite good in grey, but having seen it in grey, I'm not overly convinced. But still, good to see another Focus RS here. That's the third one here, which is pretty brilliant. Corsa VXR. I actually test drove one of those a few years ago, and it was okay. I just didn't think it was fantastic because of these Recaro seats. See if I can, let's go around this way. Because of these Recaro seats, they are quite deep, and I found that for me I couldn't change gear properly because the seat kept getting in the way, so that's kind of annoying. Renault Clio in for a traditional Renault Sport yellow kind of finish. That looks really nice. Now on camera that looks a brighty, actually no, well on camera I can't really tell what sort of colour it's coming up as, sort of yellowy orange. Now in real life it's actually closer to orange or like a gold sort of colour. It looks fantastic. Apologies if there's any wind noise. The wind has just picked up, but hopefully it's not too bad because I'm using my external mic today, so I don't have to shout because my throat. Say it, Leon. Is that the, oh, it's a K1, of course it is. Yes, Cupra K1 body kit. Look at that. So it's got the wider sort of stance to it. It's also got the different look at the front. Does look good. That looks good in white. Oh look, plane's coming into land. Right, so we're almost at the end of the parade. Oh, let me zoom out. Got another Clio V6, looking rather splendid. Escort RS Turbo. Again, apologies for the light. Just so bright this morning. Let me come over the front, see if it makes a difference. Looking very nice. Another Clio. This one has been stripped out. Let me zoom out again, there we go. This one has been stripped out for racing purposes, obviously. So it's got 2 seats, it's got no rear seats at all, just got this roll cage and this sort of window, which is kind of a bit pointless. Another Mini Cooper. That looks really nice in that colour. Golf R. That looks really subtle and black. That really does look like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Very nice indeed. Another Golf GTI. This one is an older one, of course. And around here we've actually got what I think is a Lotus Exige. Yes, it is. Oh damn, this light. You can barely see it. That's really annoying. Now I think he's getting ready to leave, so I'll try not to get in his way. There we are. Now again on camera that sort of looks like a light orange, almost like a yellow, but in real life it's actually quite a deep orange. It's really nice. And we finished the parade with an Escort R3i. No, sorry, XR3i, sorry. Looks really nice indeed. Again, another very tidy example. The Escort XR3i, there we are. Able to get my words out just about. Just a wonderful lineup of cars. It really is. A real diverse mix of everything hot hatch, apart from that Lotus Exige, that's not a hot hatch. But just look at these cars. Well, I've just noticed that Clio, let me get closer, it's got a green front splitter on it, which is rather unusual. They say blue and green should never be seen, but not in this case by the looks of it. Let me get closer. Oh, my word, it's cold today. There we are. So it's got quite an unusual green front splitter on it. Love to know the reason. They're still drifting about, having quite good fun. Oh, and there we have it. The Lotus is leaving. I think someone's probably pointed out, yeah, mate, that's not a hot hatch. I think it's best you leave immediately. No, of course not. He's not being kicked out. Not to my knowledge, anyway. There we are. Right. So that's pretty much all the cars here. Sorry, my eyes are watering. It's just, even with sunglasses, it's such a bright day. I know I look like death. I sort of feel like death as well. Can't even get my sunglasses on properly. Sod it. So yeah, that's pretty much all the cars here. Such a good mix of cars, and this event was free. free to anyone. You can just literally turn up, have a walk around, have something to eat, obviously with it being a breakfast club, have a look at some wonderful cars, and it's all free. So that's pretty good. Hello. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done it already, please subscribe, and hopefully by the time my next video comes along, I'll be feeling a little bit better. Until next time, see you soon guys.